So this video is the last, I don't know, 15 seconds of it solving the maze, right? Do you remember kind of what you were feeling when this was happening?
My heart was pounding. Yeah, it like got caught in one of these corners, and I just remember thinking that it wasn't gonna make it there for some reason. Then when I saw that it was actually getting closer to the center, it was just like I couldn't do anything but smile. I'm pretty sure I couldn't even talk to the guy because at the time we were supposed to be explaining what was going on in our algorithm and what the robot was doing. I'm pretty sure I couldn't talk to him at all. It's a very proud moment. Okay. Hi, my name's Natalie. I'm a physics major at the University of Scranton. In all honesty, it was like one of my favorite classes. So I had never had any programming experience prior to coming to Scranton. And when I had come for the student, I think open house, I saw that you were programming robots, and I thought that was really cool and that I would never be able to do that. So when I actually was taking the class, like Python was difficult, but like it was more of a challenge than like being too hard to do. So I kind of like that, and then the fact that I got to actually like sit down and work with something that I knew would be all mine. That was like a pretty cool experience, being able to actually like code something and say that like I did that on my own. One of your first sentences was, "I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know in order to program a robot." And in my mind, like the first thing that came to me was like, no, like that's not possible. I don't know, like when you think about programming languages and like programming in general, it just seems like there's so many steps that you have to take, and a lot of things that you have to like think out in your mind that you feel like would take longer than a couple months. Yeah, that I like totally did not believe you when you said that, but you were right. You taught us everything that we needed to know, and a little bit more. Computer programming. A lot of presentation skills, being able to like talk in front of your class, be able to talk to your teacher, algorithm development, which is actually really important, because you don't only need that when you're programming, you need that for almost anything else. You know, like when you have a project, you have like steps that you have to take. The class also taught you to work within a group and be able to split things up between you and your partner. A lot of people that I've talked to about this course, like even from my own high school, have like never had an experience anything like this. You have to think on a different level. You kind of have to take it one step up. And also, you know, you're not given as much help as you are in those classes. So, you know, and that's not really an issue because it forces you to think more about what you're actually doing instead of just like getting help from a teacher who's just spilling out information to you. You actually have to think about what you're doing and then back yourself up. I think the fact that they would be able to work with a robot, because that was really something that got me. Like I never thought that I would have the opportunity to work on like a robot. That's just something that's really cool to me. Like you watch things on TV all the time about robots like making pieces, or even robots helping in the medical field, and it's just kind of like incredible that you're the thought behind that. Have to push yourself out of your comfort level. I also had some advice from my physics teacher who told me, he was like, don't let them push you out. I would tell myself the same thing, just don't let them push you out. Like if it's something that you're very passionate about, I believe that you should stick to it and just keep pushing. Of course, like this was offered at a high school, you would have more women just because, I don't know, when you're in high school, you're able to pick and choose a little bit more. You have a little bit more leeway about things that you're interested in, and if this was an option, like, it's a pretty fun course. Not only, like, are you learning something, but you also get to do group projects for half a year, which is pretty nice. You don't really get that opportunity too much to just be able to work on something with you and your partner without your teacher's input all the time. Well, in all honesty, I would say it's not an academic outcome. I'd say it's more of like an outcome with the individual. The course kind of like forces you to grow you have to be like comfortable in your own shoes. Like you have to explain a lot of the things, and you have to back yourself up. And I feel like I don't know, it gives you like a sense of pride. You know, like you put your robot in the maze at the end of the semester, and you look at everybody around you, and you're like, I did this. You know, like this is my work. I did all of this. So it kind of forces you to like step up a little bit, and it gives you a little bit of confidence.